Greetings everyone, here's Ludwig again, and this is the game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play by email match against KilRoy. He is commander of the Allied Forces, for me it is Empire of Japan. This is also the new version of the game, 27, but we're still playing scenario 1 with no other additional modifications. I am in the last days of my campaign on Java Island, so this is maybe soon over. And we had a cruiser engagement some days ago, and I was able to sink some allied destroyers and light cruisers. Here's the AP getting torpedo hit, but I think this is empty. It's maybe already finished unloading on Nomaya and will return to Sydney. There's also still some Canadian corvettes, so it's a little dangerous for my submarines to operate there, but there's no choice for me. I must try to intercept incoming ships so that KilRoy cannot really upgrade or increase his presence on Nomaya too much. My rowboat find here DMS, that is a little lucky. Sometimes we are lucky, so this is maybe enough to sink this ship. At least it will be crippled. So there is shipping going down. But is this now one ship or multiple ships, or is this if this was a DMS? We will know, I will know maybe in 3 months later in game time. And these are the patrol boats I saw some days ago. They are all, I think, with system damage, so they are heavily smoking. They're running in one of my patrol boats. So they have all high system damage. I think they are out of fuel, and so you build up then. If you're running out of fuel, you build up every turn more system damage. And yeah. Don't ask me where they come from or they won't go. But I also intercepted some cargo shipping. Not that my patrol boat can do too much, but I can force the enemy fleet to turn around and set some ships maybe on fire. Still, the allied carriers around Marshall Islands, so I will not operate anything expensive or special for the Japanese army or navy there. Patrol boats I can simply sacrifice for this kind of duty. Maybe they can mess up with KilRoy's shipping, but if they get intercepted and I lost already so many patrol boats, it's not really something I care too much. So my own carriers are also, I think, my own carriers are still at the Marshall Islands, and I'm normally looking for the allied carriers, but so far we miss each other always. So some bad weather. So the second day, or at least the second successful strike, because I had here recon information of 20 or 30 ships in port, so I make a strong airstrike. All of my navy bombers going now for air attack. I had maybe here to wait and see if I hit now California with 800 kilogram bombs, because now you can see most of my bombers, nearly everyone, only this had now 800 kilo armor piercing bombs, and the others they have this 250 multi-use purpose bombs. But 3 hits on California with heavy fires plus heavy damage in this kind of island is normally now enough. I would say that California is dying. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, but I think there's no way to stop this fire more. Yeah, so, and a lot of other ships getting damage. This is all China bombardment. And the Hudsons are also still active. And here are B-17s. Don't ask me where they come from. If this is from Wake, maybe they come from Wake because it's extended range. Yeah, and some dive bombers I keep on Navy attack, so they're trying to hit this destroyer in the port or outside of the port. And I create a hit with critical damage. Not enough to sink the ship, but now heavy fire. So not more really active duty capable for engaging my own forces. Now a lot of sinking. Maybe this is now included California. But there are heavy American sub-presence, and KilRoy have in this game working American torpedoes already at the start of the war, so I cannot count on not working Mark 14s. So I have to move my carriers non-stop. And now I know where the American carriers are. They are at Luganville. So somehow I changed my position of my carriers from New Caledonians to Marshall Islands, and KilRoy moved his carriers from Marshall Islands to Luganville. Yeah, so we miss each other. And now it's my own task force getting under fire. So a successful strike for KilRoy. The amount of aircraft, I think this is maybe only one carrier. But yeah, still some bombs. And these are nearly, okay, not all have the SBD2, they have only this 500 pound bomb, so 250, more or less the same payload like the Japanese dive bombers, but the 1000 pound is 450 kilo or something like this, so this is more terrible. But there's also other airstrike going for Comac, and in Comac I have cap fighters. So I cannot have everywhere cap fighters, not at least in this time frame. But here I try to intercept, and I can at least take some down. And yeah, I destroy here incoming fighters and dive bombers. There's only one hit on my light cruiser, and maybe this hit was not really critical, because I don't see heavy damage or heavy fires or something like this. But I'm losing here one APD, And one of my cargo ships getting hit by a Mark 14 torpedo north of Hokkaido. Oh. And the other cargo ship, maybe out of the same group, have 2 torpedo hits. And this is, I mean, then really too much. This is, I mean, for one cargo ship at least. So KilRoy still is able to strike back. So, okay, now this is my Chinese 12th army, Japanese army. So I cross here the river, so this is where I have a chalk attack. This is still clear terrain, so this is the last hex where my tanks can operate in best efficiency, and all of these Chinese forces are already at 0 attack value, so they're only walking shells with a lot of maybe disabled units, and the defender is out of supplies, so not more much left. And what was disabled is now even destroyed. My Chang is only bombardment. Here the same. It's only, yeah, and the third battle of Batavia, I think. And today I take the last fort level down and also kick out the Dutch British forces out of the city. And because I control here all other bases, they can only fall back to this coast. Yeah, this is a clear terrain, so there is no benefit more, no defense for them waiting. And also a lot of Dutch Air Force left here, maybe broken, disabled. I don't know if you must pay them or buy them out, so KilRoy don't do this. But this is now the last Dutch Air Force, I think, here. Left. Destroyed. My tanks attacking again. Cannot no victory, but again more destroyed units for KilRoy. I take here also the empty town. And Battle of Cebu. This is Allied bombardment, there's nothing. Bombardment in Nomaya, nothing. Nothing critical. More bombardments on New Caledonian. And KilRoy is crossing again out of Hanoi with more Chinese corps. But this attack failed. And my Royal Thai my Thai support units also still moving north, taking the next city. And there was a maybe disabled Hurricane. This is a recon Hurricane, so not a fighter. Getting destroyed on the ground. Fine. And yeah, here's some small allied mini task force taking this dot bases. But there's no minus. Okay. So a more action-packed turn. Not a one-sided show. I lost some ships. KilRoy's submarines are also successful this turn. They don't hit really anything what is expensive or critical for me. But there are still more and more subs in position. So I have air losses still very high. 65-3. These are true numbers. Remember, this is true. This is Fog of War. But I don't know if they coming now. All out of Java, must be Java, because you can see here this is a Donier, so these are Dutch airframes. The Buffaloes, I think, is also from Dutch. I not even know where the other come from, but here Allied aircraft lost today. Yeah, and then you can see again that there's this 65 Allied airplanes getting destroyed. Here you can see that the system say it's 77, so there's already a big It's not counting up normally correctly. Whatever is not destroyed, I cannot tell you, but I only see there's a lot of Allied airframes lost this turn. For me, it's only one kill pilot. Okay. Ship sunk was now. A lot of Allied ships sunk, but I only know that I lost my cargo ship. Okay. Good cargo ship, and also nothing too special, and the APD. So these are this Minkanze class destroyers. They are not bad, but they're always second line destroyers only, not overcritical. Okay, so in China we had the next big battle, but this Chinese army is already defeated. But so this unit is defeated, it's more or less empty. I can simply walk here up and try to catch up. I have tanks, so I'm always faster normally, and I have air power. So there's no real Chinese armies threaten me more. The big Chinese army is here in Aichang, but Aichang is more or less, both these Chinese armies are blocked. There's no way that they can normally win against me. So I have other Japanese army trying to secure victory all over the map. This Chinese unit also crossed the river, making attack but failed. And in Burma I try to, you can see that the British, KilRoy try to maybe escape here, this road. At the same time I more or less try to catch here north central Burma and maybe cut off here later the supply line. We'll see. So Batavia fall, industry nearly intact, only very light losses, so that is nice to have. Only low on supplies, but this the Dutch now here in the corner, it's over. And here's the second, so the Sobaya Dutch army and the Batavia army is both cornered, and the next battle they lose is the end. So yeah, here was two carriers, or maybe this is the same carrier group. They're taking here my ships, so I have here now two more cargo ships will simply die, burn down. Maybe two cargo ships and two APDs I can run away and try to escape. Here in Comac I think I am more safe. I have here still to unload some more division units or sub-units of a division. But I have here strong air wing, some fatigue, but I think it's enough to keep it going up. And you can see that this air wing had a lot of experience and skill points. This is normally not a complete ready unit. You can see that defense is not 70, but 65 I would say is always okay. In average. Make here some kills, and you can see 34 kills, and I lost here only 2 pilots so far out of this air wing, and only 4 airframes. And 4 airframes for 34 kills, and I think these are always true numbers, then it's a good ratio. Not so bad. I can accept this. It's the Marshall Islands, so there's many smaller sub-units that are taking all of these dot bases. They are not really so important for me. So now is the question, if I stay with my carriers here and bombard more, because there are still a lot of ships in port. But this, I think, this sighting of port ships or ships in port happens before my airstrike. So I normally, next turn I make first new recon information. So this is maybe already down to 18 or 17 ships, who knows. But I know now where's the enemy carriers, and I can try to intercept them. Of course KilRoy will maybe then also avoid to stay here too long. Yeah, and it's simply too far away for me to make full speed stuff like this. First it will damage the engine, second I'm always low on fuel. Yeah, good. Then see you next time, take care, bye bye.